Friends School, and I'm with NMCFS at Sidwell Friends School.
I'm Osewe Ogata. I'm a senior at Sidwell Friends School, and I'm also here partner with NMCFS.
Okay.
I'm Zeta 1S, and I'm a sophomore at Sidwell Friends School, and I'm also here with partnership with NMCFS. With Sidwell, we interview alumni and we gather their story of service, what impact they make on their community, and what they're doing now after Sidwell, and just the meaning behind the service that they do and what it means to them. And so with that partnership, we have a museum, a little museum of the posters having that information in our campus.
Yes, and something else that we've done is we really found these alumni stories very interesting, and we wanted to share them with more people. So basically we created an online website where we included all of the information that we learned during our interviews, and also a toolkit on how other schools and small communities can do kind of the same project that we did. I've been doing service since I was very young because I think service really does align with my school's values. At Sidwell we believe in the Quaker values, and I think stewardship is a really big one for service. So since pre-K, I was growing up in a Sidwell community where we would do veggie cutting every week, and we would cut vegetables, give them to Martha's table. My household has always been one that really does appreciate service, so just being around that from a young age is what really inspired me. And now that I'm older, I mean, I've done service trips to China, and it's so rewarding because I feel like I'm not the only one that's doing service. I feel like it's also a great opportunity for me to make new friends, learn new things about Chinese culture and just Chinese high schoolers and elementary schoolers. So I feel like service goes two ways. It's not just one-sided.
For me, I've been interested in service from, I guess, the perspective of politics from a young age, but how I saw it back then, it was more about the glamour, you have power. But as I matured, I saw, no, if you're a politician, you're actually meant to serve other people. And then also understanding just other avenues that you can be of service. So for me, I very much like animals, so I've started volunteering at Lucky Dog Rescue, which is a foster dog and cat foster organization, but also they have different adoption events, so you can volunteer to look after the dogs and assist families. And then another experience through our school, we have a school lobbying club, Sidwell X Friends Committee for National Legislation, and that lobbying experience also helped remind me that the idea of public officials is to serve other people. They, serve us. So just that idea of serving others, that's how that came to me.
For me, service is really about passion. I feel like every single person has their own passion, what they're interested in, and anyone can serve, but being happy about what you're serving, when the priority is not only in helping out your community, but also like doing something that you really truly believe in and are really passionate about, I think that's so powerful. And like as Ava said with Sidwell, I think it gave me a lot of experience with very different varieties of serving. Like for example, the cutting the vegetables from Martha's table, and there was service trips we had, I believe in the 7th and 8th grades, that like for example, I went to the Franciscan monastery and helped out with the garden. And I think overall, like by having that type of exposure to the different areas of service, you can really figure out what really you're passionate about and what impact you want to make in the world.
So I would really love for this to be able to spread to other schools and other small communities. Something that Mr. Bear says is, if you go into a school, you'll see they have a trophy case for all the athletic achievements, but he thinks, and we think as well, that service achievements should be honored as well, and that service should be more encouraged in other school communities. So I would like to connect with other schools and other communities, and maybe they could use our website to help do similar projects in their communities.
Also, if within the school of Sidwell, if they set up some kind of program where people are encouraged to reach out to different alumni and community members who have done something they find interesting, even if that just happens once per year, you never know where that conversation will lead, how they'll be inspired. I think that would be a great progression for the project.
Yes, I agree with everything that they said. I really think that if we have even more exposure, like the service trips and everything were wonderful, but even more exposure to how people can form their entire careers or lives about it. Because someone could think like, oh, I want to do this when I grow up, but they may maybe not really realize how much impact that can have on the community, and how that is really service in a different font. And I think that that's something really powerful, and I think that that should be more exposed. It should be more exposed to the young audience, especially in schools and everything. I think it should be more normalized.
I think one word would be rewarding because, yeah.
Gratifying.
Passion.